Well, we're still thinking that the last half of January and maybe even into early February is going to feature at least some waves of cold air here. Now, all winter long across a good part of the U.S., it's been incredibly warm. And I've been talking about this off and on throughout the week here, but up to the north across the Arctic regions of the world and even into parts of the northeastern U.S., it's been really cold this winter here. So if we take a look at the setup, polar vortex is going to get dislodged, perhaps maybe from the Arctic regions, the polar regions here. And as that happens, it's usually when we see our coldest air drop south into the U.S. So there's indications that it's going to sit here and kind of spin pretty close to Hudson Bay and at time maybe even down closer to the Great Lakes, maybe even southern Canada. And you can see these waves of cold air dropping to the south, especially this weekend, especially the eastern part of the country. Now we might see a little bit of a warm up maybe at times next week here, maybe middle of next week here. But perhaps as we head towards maybe January the 23rd and maybe beyond, there could be some more really cold air spilling to the south. How cold and how far south it's going to get still remains to be seen here. Now, also the other question is, will there be any moisture associated with any of this cold weather? Well, I look at what's called the GFS ensemble runs, and basically it shows a bunch of different scenarios. The model at least throws out a bunch of different things here, and at least some of them do show the cold air interacting with some moisture and maybe a winter storm across parts of the southern plain states, central plain states as well. Of course, it's just too far out to say for sure. It's just trends that we're watching as of right now. But one thing is for certain, the air, and at least at times, some of the air could be pretty cold down our way, but there'll be some mild weather also mixed in, kind of like what we've been seeing, but maybe the chance is there at least for perhaps a blast or two of colder air, maybe some of the coldest we've seen so far this winter.